Spring break. Yeah, spring break.
Sir,
how are you?
Professional handshake in. Everything going all right?
Yep.
Anything changed since last night?
No.
We have a seat. I want to call on John Brown to come and lead us in our invocation.
Yeah, I think it's
Let's call on John Brown to come and lead us in our invocation, our pledge of allegiance to national anthem. John, would you come on up?
Do we have any cares or concerns that we need to include on purpose today? Yes.
Also, Harrison's mother is in the hospital, and they are placing her in hospice care probably today. So it's not good news for Harry. Please be praying for him and obviously his mother.
Okay, very good. Let's pray.
Oh, one more.
Betty and Tyler? Okay, let's pray. Almighty and ever-loving God, we give you thanks for all that you have supplied us with, for all of the things that we think of as normal and for which most of the world strives. Bless those people that we have raised up to you. Keep them in our prayers. For we pray in you.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight its last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Now is the time for Happy Bucks. If you have something that you're happy about and you'd like to put a few bucks in our box here, please let us know. Let's let Richard know. He's got the microphone. You can tell what you're happy about and make a contribution to our foundation. Anybody happy about anything? Monty. Good. When would you be happy?
I'll be that happy on my birthday. Well, I'm getting my boot actually. That's gonna be.
Anyone else? If not, we'll move to our introduction of guests. And I'd like to introduce someone first of all. This is Stephen Deal, and he's from Tacoma, Washington, and he and his wife are making a trek across the United States, and he's stopping at every Rotary club he can find. And so he found us today, and we're thrilled to have him. Would you like to say a word about yourself?
First off, I'd like to say thank you for listening. I really appreciate it, and it's really nice to be here and finding lots of interesting things as I visit across the country. This is my, I think, the 14th club in the last 8 weeks. And I invite people to come up to Calgary for the Rotary National Convention and look me up. That's my invitation. Take care. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce my daughter, Tara Heidenreich. She is a member of Trophy Club Rotary, where she is the president-elect nominee to take over June, or excuse me, July 26th.
We have some special guests today.
Yeah.
Ray Pape is going to make the introduction.
One of our keynote speakers today is past District Governor John Mosher. Welcome, John. And our latest fully bona fide certified new member, David WAIYAKI. David? And the next member coming in the pipeline, but the ink is still drying on the check we gave Lori about 5 minutes ago, is Brian Duncan.
Any other guests to introduce? Yes. Bill, what? Matthew.
This is my friend from about 30 seconds ago. He takes after me, don't you think? Matthew Bell.
Matthew is becoming a new member of our club, so let's give him another big thank you so much. Thank you. I'd like to call on Herb Zebb at this time to come and talk to us about Susan Glenn, our marketplace advertiser for today. Herb?
Thank you, President Nolan. Our marketplace advertiser is Susan Glenn from CNE Career Management Partner. Susan has over 25 years of experience with client relations, business professional services is we've done for bringing people and solutions together. In addition to the work, as an executive, Mr. brings to CNP a passion for serving in the community and local nonprofits, including our Rotary Club. CNP is headquartered in Dallas for over 20 years, the nation's largest minority and women-owned talent solutions firm, providing solutions across the full talent life cycle. CNP's talent solutions include executive search solutions, assessment solutions for hiring and developing top talent, leadership development and executive coaching solutions, and outplacement and career transformation services. CNP's mission is to bring measurable impact to the talent space and positively influence the individuals, companies, and communities they serve. CNP and the Pioneer teams have a client-first focus. Their culture is related to talent needs and opportunities. Public Thanksgiving for sponsorship.
Bert Heyman, come and talk to us about our parties here in Canada.
Well, first of all, today is the day that we recognize Mark's birthday. So 9 people that have a birthday month, please stand up.
Oh, there.
Now, you may have noticed the slide a few minutes ago, talked about 37 members of contributing. That slide is way out of date. As of this morning, we have 43 members that have contributed. We are almost at $9,500 year to date. We have 2 members who made contributions in honor of Sam Miller. Raleigh and Doug Mead. And if anyone else would like to make a contribution in Sam's memory, I'd like to accept the check. Also, we have contributions already. This is only the 15th of the month. From Don Clancy, Kurt Page, and Eric Harrison. So I encourage you to contribute to the foundation. Let's get that number well about 10,000.
Thank you so much, Herb. Herb does a good job of keeping us on track, and one of the things that we committed to do as we joined the Rotary Club is make a donation every year, $100 a year toward our foundation. Our foundation is over $2 billion now, and from that foundation, those funds, we're able to provide grants for very worthy applicants that have submitted the application for a grant with us. It's really a great thing, so I hope that you'll make your contribution. At this point, I'm going to call on David WAIYAKI to come and give his new member speech. Now, David is a recent member, and he is doing a great job. So come on up here, David.
First of all, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself. For my new member speech, I'll provide a few facts about myself, tell you what led me to the Rotary Club, as well as what has kept me coming to Park City Rotary Club. I was born in Mombasa, a coastal town in Kenya. From Dallas, you would cross at least one ocean and a continent to get there. It's on the other side of the world. While in Kenya, I lived in several places. Each place had its own unique traits, language, social rules, and such. I moved to Dallas about 25 years ago with my mother. I had my first Dr. Pepper at a Jack in the Box in North Dallas. That was an experience. Dr. Pepper's a thing. Since moving to Dallas, I've lived in several places as well. East Texas, Denton, and Chicago, but I've lived here in Dallas the longest. I'm married to my wife, Jennifer, who is a Dallas native, and we have 2 boys. Our oldest son is called Kimani. He turns 3 in June. Our youngest son is called Amari. He turns 1 in about 3 weeks. Somewhere along the way, I developed a passion of understanding economics and businesses. And in pursuit of this understanding, I started attending networking events as an undergraduate in East Texas A&M. Networking is what led me to Rotary. I met Nolan Duck at a networking event, and shortly after we met, we had lunch. And during our lunch, I asked Nolan what organization he's part of. And the Rotary Club is the organization he championed. Another memorable moment during our lunch is the way he taught me to remember his name. He said, just think Nolan Duck. He told me. About a year after meeting Nolan, I had lunch with a lady named Courtney Lewis. She's a member of the Rotary Club in Fort Worth, who also suggests the Rotary Club as an important organization to be a part of. Courtney introduced me to Susan Blank, who also championed the Rotary Club, and also told me about her role and the way she is involved with the Rotary Club. These 3 conversations is what led me up here today to giving my new member speech. Nolan, Courtney, and Susan, as well as the other people I've met so far at Rotary, are the reason of coming back to the Rotary Club. The speakers we have and the topics they cover is another reason. And also the forward test has also kept me coming back to Rotary. I like the idea of the four-way test because it reminds me of the utility concept in economics. In economics, utility represents the usefulness, worth, and value that a consumer gets from consuming a product or service. The person that conceptualizes this idea defines its fundamental principle as it's the greatest happiness of the greatest number that is a measure of right and wrong. Thank you.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Monty Matero, would you come on up here at this time? We want to present you with your permanent badge. Now, when did you join our club? Not too long ago. So 4 months ago, this young woman started the process of becoming a full-fledged member, and she has done an outstanding job. So because of that, we're giving her permanent badge, and let me have that. December 6th, so it's a little over 4 months since she joined. That's a great accomplishment. Mark Neese, would you like to come and talk about this?
Sure.
I've mentioned a couple of times over the past month promoting our club YouTube channel. I am promoting that again. Just search Park City Rotary on YouTube and please subscribe to our channel. There's a lot of new content that we're putting up on the channel. I showed a little blip about the new podcast. First episode is on the channel. It features Daniel Roby of Austin Street Center. It's a really great interview, about 17 minutes long. So please check that out. And we had some different members come in the studio several weeks ago. And so we're starting to put out on a weekly basis, starting to put out little promotional videos that feature actual members of the club talking about why they became a member. And so the first one of those is out, featuring Farshad Marsman. I don't see him here today, but just a little short, like a minute and a half video, so enjoy.
Yeah, my first impression of the Park City, first off, very welcoming, incredible, very driven, goal-oriented people, and with the goal being, we want to take care of people. There are a few reasons why I specifically wanted to join the Rotary Club, and specifically this chapter, Park Cities. The Rotary Club generally I wanted to join because it's a global organization. Its reach is far-reaching, and that matters a lot to me. I wanted to be part of something that really made a difference. So I knew Rotary Club, absolutely I was going to join Rotary Club. Now, Park Cities specifically, I joined it because, again, incredibly welcoming. The group is a large group, so when you're in there, you get a diverse group of ideas, which I think is fantastic. And also the programming is incredible. The speakers who come there and really try to educate the folks there about what's going on in the community and also ways that we can get involved, it matters a lot to me as we were talking about. Once you show a commitment to wanting to help, the people in the organization want you to get involved. And they will help you along in the membership process. So it was a pretty short transition for me, becoming a guest, showing them, hey, I really want to be a part of this, and then getting the interview done, and then, it takes a couple or so weeks after that for some more vetting, and, again, I think the folks there, the members there, will see that you really want to be a part of it, they appreciate that, and then the process is not too bad at all.
So again, we're really focusing on having members talk about the club. So it's appealing to other people that are in their demographic and other professionals. So again, these are tools that we can use to share with people that we want to invite to come to the club and to promote the club and try to get people here. So again, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and share anything off the channel that you want onto your own social media.
Thank you so much. Tom Swift has an announcement he'd like to make. Tom, come on up. Don't blush.
Nolan said I only have 15 minutes. You say 5? You say 1. I asked Monty, our newest member, to join me and to share with you something that impressed the heck out of me. And I think it will impress you. She started volunteering at Ronald McDonald House before she even had her interview. Is that right? Will you tell the group why you enjoy volunteering at McDonald's? Don't be honest. Make it up.
Well, it's a great workout. But quite honestly, I was looking to join an organization to do service. And a lot of organizations that you join, there's not a lot of service being done, sitting in a room talking about service. And so when Tom told me about Ronald McDonald, I thought it was like a thing that we all do every month. And lo and behold, just a few of us that go. I think it cycles out. I've seen most for everybody in this room there. But it's really rewarding, guys. You don't just interact with your fellow Rotarians, you interact with the families that are staying there, you interact with other volunteers who are also there. And so at the end of the day, when you leave, you're exhausted, and you've been chopping into our hot stove, and people are like yelling at you in the kitchen. It feels really, really good to see families sit down, eating and enjoying the food that you eat with your fellow Rotarians. So it's honestly one of the reasons why I decided to join Rotary. It was a great first impression of the club, so if you haven't been in a while, please come back. So definitely some help.
Okay, that was not my time, that was her time. We do this every third Monday of every month. We established it 2 months ago. We've been doing it for over 30 years. For you new members who want to put faces and names together, it's a great way to do that. So if you don't know how to get involved with Ronald McDonald House, 3 or 4 people who do it all the time, raise your hand so the new people can reach out to you and say, hey, I want to sign up and I want to be there too. Thanks a lot.
And by the way, we need some volunteers for next Monday. So I hope that you will reach out to who if they need to contact, Tom? Okay, contact you if you'd like to be there next Monday. This Monday, we need five or six people. I'm not sure which. Let's say 6. Because more than there. Right, if you come, you will not have to be. So I hope that you'll be a part of that. we've had a really good experience with this. Now, one other thing is Eric HEITKAMP here today. He's not here. He had emailed me earlier, and he mentioned the fact that there is one of our speakers that we've done probably several years ago, is the Challenge Air Fly Day. What they do every year is they have a day where children are able to go up in a plane. They've never experienced that. And these are children who are needing some attention. And there's going to be a fly day on Saturday the 28th. And volunteers are needed. So if you're interested in participating in that, then please reach out to Eric HEITKAMP for details. He'd be happy to help you get all plugged in with that. Now, Kathy Wall, would you come up for our raffle drawing? And look, sure, she's on her way. Here you come. All right. What is our total as of today?
Absolutely, we're up to $1,587.
$1,587. And we're going to ask John to pick. Now, don't look, John. Okay. So
Mr. President?
Thank you so much. And this is the winning ticket right here in my hand. And the last four of this ticket are 2699. 2699. Yeah. All right, and now what we're going to do is he's going to pick the ace of spades out of this deck. If he does so, he gets half of the amount that we mentioned a moment ago, $1,536. There you go. I'm not sure.
Wah, wah,
It's
wah.
been a long time to lose. I have to say. All right, well, yeah, good try. That you have there. There we go. All right. Now, with that accomplished, I'd like to call on Brett Payne, who's our chair today, to introduce our speaker and to tell us more about the foundation. Thank you, Brett. Past President, I should say. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Hey, we're going to start off with Mark Neese. He's got a special presentation on the Rotary International Foundation. Take it away, Mark.
In a world full of challenges, you make solutions possible. Because of you, last year, we funded over 1,090 global grants, 470 district grants, and 310 disaster response grants. Together, we are providing clean water and growing local economies, supporting education, and promoting peace, supporting mothers and their children, providing aid to the communities affected by disasters, and preventing diseases like polio. Last year, donors like you contributed more than $427 million to the Rotary Foundation. Because of you, together, we can do even more good. Thank you for your dedication to strengthening communities around the world. The Rotary Foundation.
Well, that sums it up. All right, well, we're here to inspire. We're here to motivate. We're here to inform you so we can all as a family come together and fulfill our commitment to Rotary, because we have a responsibility as Rotarians to spend our time, resources, and our passion toward the many challenges in making our community and the world a better place. We share the ideals of service, friendship, diversity, integrity, and leadership. We hear testimonies from individuals serving and experiencing Rotary, like Joel Jackson, an Australian actor who found purpose after taking a Rotary Youth Exchange trip to Brazil. The Rotary Foundation program. Carol Kamadi and 38 Rotary members raised $40,000 for polio eradication by climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Carol Salam, a fashion designer who combined her passion for social responsibility and fashion with the help of a Rotary ambassadorial scholarship. Also going back in time, 1980s, interest rates in the teens. Remember? Inflation. That's when the Federal Reserve Chair, Paul Volcker, helped to bring rates back down single digit, reduce inflation, and Volcker was an ambassadorial Rotary scholar. How about that? When Asaki Kim was for 7 years chair of the Rotary Youth Exchange, through his involvement in Rotary, Inosaki learned how important the Rotary Foundation is to club service activities. As in quoting him, to me, donation and service are practice and action. Rotary is a service organization, and the foundation financially supports those activities. His donation will help others, which is why the Rotary Foundation stands out as an exemplary organization that one can contribute to with confidence. DR Adrani Kanaki support the Rotary Foundation because they believe it has been instrumental in containing and eradicating polio. What has distinguished Rotary has been its selfless focus on the noble causes it undertakes. Arch Plum, the father of the Rotary Foundation, once said, "We should not live for ourselves alone, but for the joy of doing good for others." And now I call our other speaker this afternoon, past District Governor John Mosher, who was governor in 2020-21. He joined Frisco Rotary in 2008. He chartered the Rotary Club of Prosper. He's got a wonderful bio, and I'm going to just tell you, a lot of us might spend resources. This wonderful Rotarian participated in the national immunization trip to India in 2008-2009. John Mosher.
It's really great to join all my friends here. I see a lot of friendly faces, people I know. So happy to be here at the club. This club has given over $1,150,000 to the Rotary Foundation. I think that's fantastic, looking at all the other clubs. You guys are great, really wonderful. The theme this year is Magic of Rotary. Well, the magic of Rotary comes from our foundation. That's the engine that drives the good things we do all over. So that's the magic of Rotary. It helps Rotarians advance the understanding of goodwill and peace by improving health, providing quality education, improving the environment, and alleviating poverty. As Rotarians, we speak about our foundation. We have the power to speak and share, to explain and educate, inspire, and influence others. It's our responsibility to share our talents, ideas, to find meaning in other people's messages. We use our skills to provide service to others less fortunate, to help them be self-sustaining. Of course, we do this through our foundation. What impact can Rotary have? For as little as 60 cents, you can give a polio inoculation to your child, 60 cents. $50 can provide clean water to help fight waterborne illness. $500 can launch an anti-bullying campaign and create a safe environment for children. A grant helped the club in Durango, Colorado, install more than 200 lights in remote, off-grid Navajo homes. And this district actually participated in that grant. I don't know if you knew it, there's a number of Navajo villages that have no electricity and no water either. And no electricity. We participated in that grant as a district. The grant sponsored by the City Rotary Club provided an ambulance and 6 dialysis machines in India. often say is, the good thing about Rotary, every minute of every day, we house someone, we clothe someone, we heal someone, we feed someone, we educate someone. And that's all through the Rotary Foundation. Next year's theme is Unite for Good. So that's what our foundation does. It unites us to provide good for the world. Thank you.
Thank you, John. I have some handouts around the tables. I see some tables up here vacant, but there is a very succinct message, and it is the 7 areas of focus of the Rotary Foundation, which includes providing clean water and sanitation, economic and community development, maternal and child health, supporting the environment, basic education and literacy, fighting disease prevention and treatment, and also strengthening peace efforts, peace and conflict prevention resolution. If you're an informed Rotary member, then you need to know Rotary's philosophy. And for the benefit of our newer members, David, Brian, and others, and our guests, the Rotary glossary consists of PHF, Paul Harris Fellow. Paul Harris was the founder of Rotary in 1905 in Chicago. Here we are, 2025. It's grown to over 200 countries, over 46,000 Rotary clubs. We've got 60 Rotary clubs here in the Dallas area, over 2,000 members. Anyways, Paul Harris Fellow. Individual contributes personally $1,000. Multiple Paul Harris Fellow will receive a new pen for each additional $1,000 they personally contribute to. 100% Paul Harris Fellow Club. Tracy, I'm glad you're here. Because in his year, our club reached a 100% status where every member of the club is certified as a Paul Harris Fellow. It's a one-time recognition only. RCPC, 100% Paul Harris Fellow. Awesome. Then we have the endowment program, benefactor. Anyone who informs the foundation in writing that he or she has made provisions in their will or other estate planning, naming the foundation endowment fund, which was formerly called a permanent fund, but naming any endowment fund the beneficiary. We have a benefactor, anyone contributing 1,000 up to 10,000, and for those 10,000 and higher, be part of the bequest society. And then there are MDs. We love MDs. MDs are individuals that are major donors, and they have personally contributed $10,000 or more dollars. And we have some members, these levels go from level 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have some members that are at level 3. We're going to honor them appropriately at another point in time, but RCPC has some muscle. Right? We have the number of Paul Harris Fellows on our current list are 103. The number of Paul Harris members has reached 25, thanks to, get out of your chair and stand up and let us give you attention. Past President Lee Wagner, 25th Paul Harris member, Paul Harris Society. Thank you, Lee. And we have 18 major donors, endowment donors, benefactors, 13, and the bequest society, 6. So, yeah.
Well, I've got a challenge. In the Southwest, we have a thing called the White Hat Society. You want to join the White Hat Society? And that's anyone who's given $5,000 a year to big foundations, a White Hat member. Multiple donors of 5,000, they put ponchos on the White Hat and say how many 5,000 you give. And that's gonna go worldwide eventually, but right now it's focused in the Southwest White Hat Society.
Thank you, John. And statistics, throwing some other statistics at us, All Hair Society, there's over 33,000 All Hair Society members now worldwide. It started in 2013. So, and again, we have 45. I'd like two fellow Rotarians to come up to the podium, past President Jeff Norton, and come on up, and Richard Jogan, come on up. It's that moment in time that we are updating. These are multiple 4 years fellow Rotarians, and as they progress up the ladder at $1,000 increments, we get an updated Rotary pin, stones, and now, Richard, you have 3 beautiful rubies, and you're at the 9th level, contribution level. Past President Jeff, you're at level 4. All right. All right, thanks, Richard. Thank you, Jeff. And last but not least, I'm going to ask past President Doug Means to come on up with some closing comments, getting real personal about the Rotary Foundation. Doug Means.
It's been 23 years since I stood up here as your club president. That's a long time ago. I don't have the benefit of Laura's detailed notes and agenda, so I brought my own. And if I didn't bring these, it might get a little dicey. My daughter will tell you, if even with these notes, get to go into it. Next Friday, March 21st, I will have been in this club for 44 years. It just doesn't seem possible. But I have a Rotary twin, a person that I call my Rotary twin, who joined the day before I did, March 20th, 1981. And he's here, and it's Bill Shea. Love you, Bill. And to match my years of service, I am proud to stand at the Foundation recognition level of 44 Paul's Fellows. This has been a long and pleasant journey of giving for me. I didn't make my first PHS donation until 1983, which was well into my 3rd year. It took me a while to understand what Rotary was and what the foundation did. At that time, I was just beginning to embrace the meanings of our 4-way test in service of that self. Such simple words and phrases, but so profound and powerful. I donate annually to the foundation because there are so many worthy programs that we have mentioned earlier. I believe strongly in those programs, and by giving to the foundation, I want to share in helping those people in need, no matter where they are. And I give because it is voluntary, not a requirement of my membership in Rotary. If you have not donated to the foundation this year, I ask that you consider it. All you have to do is get Craig, who will give you the online directions, or take the check. We are such a good and generous club, and I'm proud to be the family.
Mr. President, it's all yours. And we got time left over. You have another raffle.
Well, you got time left over.
Rick, why don't you stay here and answer some questions, because, and John, you might be called on to do that as well. Richard, you've got the microphone.
And while I'm walking over to Pam, I'll ask one.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I come across an RCPC person, and I know they gave $250,000. And I go, wow. I don't know how many of them there are, but I run into them fairly frequently, $250,000.
Yeah, he's the father of the foundation.
1917.
Yeah.
I have a question about polio. It's one of the hallmarks for me of what Rotary stands for in trying to get it eradicated in the world. My remembrance is that we Rotary gave a lot of money, and it got down to 2 countries in the world. Can you kind of talk a little bit about the history of polio with Rotary and also where we are now?
Man, that's good. You know, recently, about 6 or 8 months ago, CNN had a special on Rotary's efforts in eradicating polio. Pakistan and Afghanistan are the 2 countries that we're still, Rotary is still trying to work. The culture in those countries is so backward that a lot of the mothers will not allow a vaccination with their children. So the governments have been called on to get a bit more aggressive. So some of these police are showing up with the volunteers and going into the homes or tent or whatever the situation is, and just getting a little more aggressive that the vaccination be given. Because they've been dodging for at least the last 8 or 9 years, this whole vaccination process. And that's what's held it up. That's what's held it up. So we're down to 2 countries. I believe it's under 100 cases.
Last year was a bad year for us. Last year we had 99 cases in the world. So far this year we've got 9 cases. 9 cases total of Afghanistan. Like I said, one of the problems we have is that there's a fear that the West is trying to sterilize the children. And so the people of Pakistan really are afraid of that. We've lost 4 or 5 inoculation teams to assassination in this country. So it's really kind of rough to do that.
I have a question for your initiative. Most people move apart don't realize it's a drop in these babies. But if I remember correctly, because of the clean children, is that correct?
You know, one thing also that I think is interesting, since I grew up in the 50s when polio was very much on everyone's TV screen. In the 23 kids in my first grade classroom, there were 3 of them who had polio. One little girl who we went to visit every 6 weeks was in an iron lung. One had a relatively minor case, and the other is still on crutches and really can move only with the greatest difficulty. So, if you haven't lived through that and experienced it, you really can't understand how incredibly invasive this particular disease is and how bad it is. Well, to answer the question about how many children can we inoculate, we try to inoculate every child before age 5. And I think there's something like 33 million children. Some big number, 33 million children born every year. So that's the target that we try to inoculate every year. And speaking of polio, last year we lost a Rotary from our own district who was living in Maryland, Colorado City. Great guy. Spent his entire life in Maryland. So, it's hard to fathom.
We had Paul Alexander here 10 years ago as a guest speaker. He brought in on the spectrum. He was private clinic. He had his full-time nurse with him. And, you know, that guy had guts to really go about life and achieve. He got his law degree at 20 years of age, and he was a video on it. And they put a straw in his mouth and a keyboard, and he would peck the keyboard letters in order to type a letter or to respond to an exam he had to take, true or false or whatever. Wow, what an accomplished fellow. Yeah, he just passed last week.
A question also about polio. USAID is your country as it should. Has Rotary stepped in to help with polio?
USAID is not a part of the polio type. It's the World Health Organization, and we partner with them along with a lot of other people, but USAID is not one of them. And Rotary has not stepped back. We are still foremost in the fight to get that taken care of.
Jeff? Just curious, like our own foundation, we only provide like this portion of our corpus every year. What is the process with our international foundation? What's the balance currently, and how is that dispensed? The amounts that we can dispense out of that.
You know, I jokingly say the balance of the polio thing is zero, because polio doesn't wait for money to strike. It strikes now. Well, that's not absolutely true, because we do a lot of things with the money. One of the problems with polio, you can't cure polio. Polio is, once you get it, you got it. We can prevent you from getting it, and you can be a carrier, but you cannot cure that. So it exists mainly in sewer systems worldwide. So we spend a lot of money. We, the polio community, spend a lot of money surveying all of the sewer systems in major cities in the world to see if there's polio there. And that's where we know where to go with more inoculation. New York City. Rotary.
Seven areas of focus after polio. What is the next biggest area of focus for the foundation?
The next focus is polio. We're going to focus on polio until we kill polio. We will stop polio.
And to date, as of the financial records 2023-24 fiscal, we have spent $2.3 billion since 1985 with polio eradication effort.
It's Rotary.
Yeah.
John, could you tell me how much of my donation actually goes to help the people that it's intended for?
For polio?
Overall.
It's 95%, 5% of the donation goes to administration and foundation. 95% goes to help people wherever.
You know, it's a 3-year funding cycle, as you know, and during that 3 years, dividends and interest that spin off that 3 year is used to pay operating expenses.
And that's for the annual fund. The polio fund goes straight to polio.
Yes. I have a question about polio vaccines. Since Story and I have been involved in the vaccine company, there's a lot of misinformation about vaccines in general, especially coming out of this pandemic. I think it's led to hesitancy to take vaccines in general. What are you doing, or what is the Rotary doing to combat this misinformation?
Fortunately, we're not faced with that so much because of the two countries we're in. I've never heard of any hesitancies in the other populations, especially out in back way up in my car. In the United States, okay, when you're an infant, they give you the MMR vaccine, and polio is in that. So they give the infants polio in the United States, and in other countries too. I have not heard of any resistance to that as far as that. Now, there are some other issues with polio vaccine. We went from, I'm going to get this backwards. We went from having a Lyme virus vaccine to having a dead virus vaccine. The The live virus vaccine gave you 1/10 of 1% chance of a vaccine-induced polio case. So there were some cases of polio induced by the vaccine. So they changed and went back to I think it's the good virus, I think that's the other one, to stop that. And so that's changed vaccine, and it's changed that number.
With the United States being in Afghanistan since 2001 and kicking out the Taliban, we're now 20 plus years later, the Taliban is taking back control of Afghanistan. How is Taliban control the government affected Rotary's initiative to take over?
Rotary is part of it. World Health Organization, other organizations are a part of it. So we are still there, and we are still vaccinating people. Afghanistan is a problem, but not as much of a problem as Pakistan. There's a valley going north out of Pakistan, and that valley is really a hard nut to crack. That's where we have the problem of resistance from the people. When I went to India, they told us we were in a slum. I mean, you've never seen a slum until you've been in India, you've been in a slum. We were in a slum and they told us do not go outside. We were in with women. Women, they know what it would do to their children. You give them the vaccine. So they bought the kids. And they wanted the vaccine. If you go outside and you look and you see men, they did not like us. They did not want us in the country doing that. And that was 2008. So that's a big deal. They're not opposed to it.
Well, thank you.
Bill's cleaner.
The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation joined with us a few years back. I don't know if it's still called that, if they're both involved in it.
It's the Gates Foundation.
Is it still an active partnership?
Yes, sir, it is. They think if we raise, I don't know what the number is anymore, I think it's $3 million. Yeah, they will match that. Anything, and they'll match anything but that. 2 to 1.
Yeah.
So if we raise 3, they'll get a 6. That's $9 million.
I'd like to tag on to what Doug Deans was saying. I remember when the Polio Plus program came to our club in the early 80s. 85. And, all right, little.
Charles still feeds that.
Hey, I got the microphone.
You tell it.
Yeah. Anyway, it made me realize how proud I was about this club because we didn't go to having a poker night or a bike race or a fish fry. What we did, the club did rather, is to team up 2 or more senior members and go to somebody's office and say, we need your money. I remember when 2 past presidents came to me, I thought, oh, dang, I don't know why they're here, but I'm getting my checkbook out. And it was extremely successful. I think we raised about $120,000 from our club. It was more than that, Greg.
No, you're right.
Yeah, okay. And it was just a source of great pride that I had in this club because of that. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you that to get in the fight with polio, we went to the World Health Organization. We said, Rotary would like to participate in this. And the World Health Organization, they said, well, what experience do you have fighting diseases? Well, none. And you got people all over the world that only not to be a part of this. Because in the Philippines, we just eradicated polio on one island out there. So they said, well, raise $1 million and come back and talk to us and we'll see what we can do. The first year we raised $3 million. So World Health Organization, I'm all in. You're glad to have you.
But I want to ask one thing. How big is the corpus of the Rotary Foundation? The corpus of it? I mean, how big is it?
Well,
is it
remember,
millions?
it's spent every 3-year cycle. It's spent.
Right.
If it's any measure, 2023-24, we took in contributions $427 million.
So it'll be 427 days in a year.
Yes, for the year, for the last fiscal year.
For the annual fund.
Yes, not the total.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, we owe 2.3 billion.
2.3
Billion. Cumulative total. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. We really been educated. And we're able to do more together than we can do individually. And that's one of the things that we need to remember about the foundation, and one of the reasons that we need to give on a regular basis as well. A book will be placed in your name and honor, John, at the Jack Lowe Senior Elementary School. We put a book vending machine, or our club, along with Atlas Energy and other partners, put in a book vending machine in that school, and so children are able to go and get books from that, and one of them will get the book that has your name on it. And I'll say, who is this John? Anyway, thank you for being with us. Next week, we have Bob Barner, who's going to be speaking on Bootstrap, how to succeed as a leader through self-coaching. And Jack Carpenter will be our chair of the day. And at this time, let's all stand as David comes and leads us through the four-way test.
The four-way test of things we think, say, or do. 1.
Is it the truth? 2nd, is it fair to all concerned? 3rd, will it build goodwill and better friendships? 4th, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Good job.
Good job, man.
Great.